Hello, my name is Tony Chan, reporting for TelecomTV. With me today is Orchin Tezel, Brocade's Director of Systems Engineering for Asia Pacific. Orchin, great to have you here today. We'd like to talk a little bit about NFV and STN. So how do you think these two technologies are helping service providers innovate in their networks?
Hey, Tony, thanks. Thanks for having me. It's my pleasure to be here. I guess we're seeing a huge, momentum towards the changing the landscape in the service provider segment, and STN and NFE they're used interchangeable, but they're actually not mutually exclusive. So we are seeing STN adoption is lagged behind because of the complexities. NFE is taking off because the service providers are really gaining the benefits of the NFE with the virtualizing the different functions in their environment and gaining a competitive edge with those services. So, NFE gives them a great advantage of introducing new services, so the agility of the new services, and it also gives them a great advantage of differentiating themselves in the marketplace with the new services to their customers.
So how's Brocade actually helping them implement this model that you've just described?
Brocade has been pioneering the NFE momentum in the marketplace. We've acquired a company called Viata back in 2012, end of 2012. And commercially, it's the widely deployed NFE solution in the marketplace. And Brocade has been working with the larger telcos across the world to integrate the different services and use cases in their environment. Across the world, we are working with the 28 large telcos to run trials and proof of concepts on the different proof of concepts and use cases, and helping them to integrate and roll out new services as a part of their offerings.
Okay. With the NFV movement, you hear a lot of talk about ecosystems. Just wondering, how is Brocade? Has Brocade developed an ecosystem for developing NFV kind of applications and software, or are you participating in some, perhaps?
I'm glad you asked that question. Actually, we are the co-founder of the Open Daylight Consortium, the technical steering committee. The head of the technical steering committee in Open Daylight, David Mayer, is the CTO of our organization, and we are actively participating to make sure that all the hooks within the larger ecosystem works together and seamlessly. And I guess we're seeing that as a critical element for the success of the NFE in the long term. We were working with a large service provider in India, and their main intent was to roll out a new virtualized functions in their environment. But the biggest challenge was the integration, and they have to integrate and customize the different elements to make sure that everything works in harmony.
Right. So where do you see the telco opportunities with NFV? I mean, do you see it as a new revenue model, perhaps more efficiency? I mean, that's one of the things that people talk about. Is it both the upside and cost savings?
I think the biggest benefits of the NFE or the virtualizing the services is the agility. So definitely new revenue streams, and NFE brings new horizons or new areas to they have never thought before. I mean the momentum in terms of use cases, it's limitless. I mean, it's like there is no limit in terms of leveraging NFE and introducing new services, which essentially translates into revenue. And obviously, with the explosion of the users, mobile users, the new services on the remote locations, it also drives an expansion to the data centers, especially for the wireless providers, GSM operators. They're going to be building micro data centers at the cell site to be closer to their users. So we're seeing NFE is going to be enabling them to introduce new services faster and quicker. and yet again, increasing the efficiency to manage all these different tools and orchestrate them to realize the benefits of the next generation solutions.
Okay. Okay, so last question would be, how do you think these two actually fit together, the NFB and STN? You mentioned that they're not mutually exclusive,
Yeah.
but obviously there's a lot of synergies between the two. How does Brocade see these two kind of working together, or perhaps even becoming one? Right?
Yeah. I guess there's still a bit of a confusion between these three-letter acronyms in the industry. So the way that we see STN, STN is the manipulator of the network, which basically enables service providers and telcos to manipulate network and leverage that different resources to roll out new services, as opposed to NFE is a NFV virtualized solution or service that can be manipulated by STN. So it's more of a complementing solutions, but again, they're not depending upon each other. That's why NFE and the openness and the quick realization of the benefits it attracts most of the service providers.
Okay, Orchan, thank you very much for coming and speaking with us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you.